Well, you've got a lot to work with, obviously, this year. I mean, after, two scrimmages, I guess just in a nutshell, kind of break down what you think you've got right now.
We're fortunate enough to have, you know, several guys with experience, and which gives us obviously the depth, at the position that you'd like to have. They haven't had everyone full speed in both scrimmages, so you've been limited as to who's getting reps and those types of things. But we do have some depth as a result. Just got to get everybody healthy.
How far has Jonathan Runt come for you?
Has made tremendous strides since the first day he arrived, and from the spring until now, and you see some a lot of improvement, and he's headed in the right direction. Starting to do the things, really and truly starting to get confidence. Learn the system is always always a challenge, and he feels comfortable doing that, and now he's starting to play with the confidence and make plays.
Any players you're really surprised with their progress up to this point?
I tell you, as a group, I'm really surprised and pleased with the whole group. I think they had a great off season. They all worked hard. They worked on little things that they needed to get better at, and for the most part, I think we're in really good shape. But I think more important. I'm surprised and pleased with the whole group. To be honest with you.
Is this the biggest room you've had since you've been at Georgia in terms of wide receivers in there in the meeting room?
Well, not so much as numbers, but in terms of the depth and scholarship depth, yes. But just when you talk about 8 or 9 guys that you feel comfortable with, that know what to do, and they can make plays, and we can be productive with whoever we have on the field. Yes.
Can you play that many? Do you want to play that many?
I mean, it really they make that decision. If you got 8 or 9 guys that can play and can help you win, I mean, you look at where they can help you, and you utilize their skill set and their strengths.
What about Reggie in terms of? I guess every year you guys have to make decisions based on is it worth using a kid's redshirt year or not? In terms of can you give him enough quality snaps? Is that something you'll look at obviously in the first few weeks of the season?
We look at that. We look at that up until the 8th, 7th, 8th ball game. Because as we tell them, I mean, you prepare like you're a starter in the meetings and on the field, because you're always one play away from being on the field, and that decision's made based on the talent level and the skill set of the individual. And if we feel like we have someone that has the skill set, then we're gonna keep preparing them and keep bringing them along until that last hour, if you will. So that decision's made. That decision's not made early.
Did you know what you had in him? I'm sorry, Jim. Did you know what you had in Reggie Davis?
Reggie,
before you got him here?
Yeah, Reggie. You gotta understand, Reggie was a very, very good high school football player, and he got offered early, off of his 11th grade film. So we was able to see his skill set off of his 11th grade film, and then he just happens to be a very good sprinter. He competed very well in high school in his senior year. You tell anybody that runs under a 10.5, that's running. And he did it consistently, and he did it in the state of Florida. So, I mean, that gives you an idea of his ability to run. But, what he's doing right now doesn't surprise us.
What about Tremel Terry? Where do you feel like he's at? His recovery?
He's still recovering, and it's just good to have him out there and learn the system and just learning how to get back into the groove. You got to understand, he didn't come from a passing system. So he's learning, he's having to learn new terminology, new patterns, and then obviously, coming back from the surgery. The thing with him right now is just being out there and working and just being patient. That's the thing that he's got to do. But it's good to have him out there.
Where's Michael Bennett's game now in terms of since whatever it was late September, early October? Is he close to being the same in terms of the route running ability and all that?
Yeah, he's the same. Michael's got his confidence. Michael's competing. I have not seen any apprehension in Michael.
If Tremel, he told us he didn't feel like he was ready for the first game. He's not right now. If it does go into the season, I mean, would you feel comfortable playing him if it got to game 4, 5, 6?
If he improves like we need him to improve, and he can be productive, you know, you play him. But, you know, he's still being evaluated just like everyone else is being evaluated. He has further to go, obviously, because of his injury, you know, so we all got to be patient with him.
It seems like it's a luxury then this year that with guys like Terry and I know Rupp is a JUCO, but also Reggie Davis, that you don't have to play these guys. You can see where the season goes. Is that kind of the way you're entering the season?
We're entering the season and preparing ourselves to play competitive and to play at a high level. And as I said earlier, you know, each guy in that room is in charge of preparing himself and readying himself as if he's a starter. And that's the way we're approaching it.
What's
and,
the? I'm sorry.
And you know, however it unfolds, you know, we will you know, play it by ear then. But each guy in that room knows he has an opportunity to help us win. Now we have the luxury of having some guys that with experience that can help these young guys and bring these young guys along. But at the end of the day, the cream's going to rise, and whoever's the best player, that's who we're going to play.